In a turbulent market like we have, you normally want to hide in safe, consistent places, like the drug companies. But with the pharmaceutical industry increasingly unpopular in Washington, let's say the group's become less of a safe haven. And that's not the only complicating factor. Yesterday, one of my favorites, since the change of management, Bausch Health Companies, the drug business formerly known as Valiant, reported a mixed quarter. They posted a small 3-cent earnings miss off of a $1.06 basis. That's a very small miss, but we're going to talk about that. Slightly higher than expected sales, up 1% year over year. That's more important. While it wasn't a perfect quarter, it was pretty darn solid. Their biggest division, Bausch & Lomb International, saw 4% organic growth. That's sensational. Did take a serious hit from the strong dollar. More importantly, management raised their full-year forecast. Yet nobody seemed to care. The stock actually got hit. What was otherwise a good day for the market. Now, CEO Joe Papa has engineered a terrific turnaround at Bausch, but lately the stock's momentum has stalled. What will get this thing back in action? Let's take a closer look with Joe Papa. He's the chairman and CEO of Bausch Health Companies. Find out more about the quarter where his company's headed. Mr. Papa, welcome back to Mad Money. Good to see you, Joe.
Good to see you.
Well, you know, I was confused. I read it in a vacuum. I like to read the headlines in a vacuum. I like to read the stories in a vacuum. And then I look at the stock price. I don't like to be swayed by it. I thought your stock would be up maybe 1%, maybe 2%, because 6th straight quarter, huge organic growth, much better than most of the pharmaceutical industry, pay down debt. Tell me what I'm missing.
Well, I don't think you're missing. I think you got exactly what was happening there. We labeled 2019 as the pivot to offense.
Right.
And indeed, that's exactly what we've done. We've had now 6 consecutive quarters of organic growth. This quarter is up 3%. And importantly, as you mentioned, our biggest segments in the company are the Salix business and the Bausch & Lomb business. Those two together represent approximately 80% of my sales now, so they're by far the majority, and they were up about 6%. So clearly, it's all going in the right direction.
No, these are not new products necessarily, although the packaging's new, and I think that we used to say that it was the Mercedes brands, and no matter whatever Valiant did, it didn't hurt these.
No, Bausch & Lomb's got a great reputation out there.
BioTrue.
BioTrue's done really well. It's the leading product now in the area for the multi-purpose solution. The contact lenses. Our contact lenses, we had a situation in the United States where we are up for now 11 consecutive quarters in terms of growth. And our Bausch & Lomb business was up about 13% in the United States. The market was only up about 8%. So we're significantly outgrowing the market, taking share. And that's why we're excited about what it's working on for this company.
Are you concerned about these subscription products where they're sent right to your house daily?
The daily, we think that that's something that we have to keep an eye on in terms of the e-commerce.
You don't want to get beaten by an e-commerce player.
Absolutely, we're looking at it, and we're looking at what's best for our programs and our activities. But we think it fundamentally comes down to if you have a good product with good optics, comfort for the patient, we're going to do well with our patients.
Totally
and that's what's happened. And that's why we had 11 consecutive quarters there of growth there.
Well, also in terms of your pivot, I've noticed the bump up in R&D spending and, of course, new products. You've brought one. I think that your R&D is working.
It is. And when I joined 3 years ago, Jim, I said there's 3 things I have to do. Number 1, I've got to reduce the debt. We've reduced debt by $8 billion. Number 2, I said I'm going to invest in research and development. And last quarter, we were up about 24% in research and development versus the previous year. So clearly, we're doing that.
Right.
And the third thing I said we have to do is launch new products. Over the last 18 months, we've launched more than 9 key products, so it's clearly going in the right direction. I am really pleased. This is our Duobri product. We just launched this one last month, and it is doing outstanding. Already, in just the first 5 weeks that the product's been on the market, it's already generating about 1,700 prescriptions per week.
Wow.
It's one of the fastest growing topical products in dermatology that's ever been launched, albeit only at 5 weeks. But we see really good things because it gives the promise of being able to treat patients until the skin is clear rather than being limited for a certain duration of time. That's what we think is really exciting about Duobri.
I know that this is, for personal use, I got all these, but we typically use steroids, but you're always told they thin your skin. And that's the scariest thing in the world. But you got a before and after picture of what this did for someone, and it is, you just ride it out.
It's striking. It's striking. It's because it has the combination of the high-potency corticosteroid that works to help the psoriasis, but it also has, in our case, tazarotene, a retinoid that helps keep the skin from thinning out. The combination has been very important, and doctors, I was out working with the sales reps, talking to some of the doctors, they very much believe this is going to be a real important patient for any patient who has psoriasis.
I just hope there's enough awareness for it, because people have given up.
Well, you're absolutely right, but what we've done, a lot of research literature with patients, we found that 90% of the patients who have psoriasis are looking for something new and will try something new. We think this is going to be one of the important things for those patients.
All right, let's go back to the debt. I mean, everyone is still concerned because you don't have a dividend, the buyback, and they want that in a kind of a choppy market. But what I was concerned about, you managed to make it so the debt payment schedule is much less onerous, correct?
Absolutely. My CFO, Paul Harrington, has done a wonderful job.
He's a very smart guy, that guy.
He's done a great job in reducing both the quantum of debt,
right,
but importantly, moving the duration out to give us, we don't have any real significant debt now until 2023. And what that means is that we have the ability to invest behind our products, by investing in those products, getting good return for our shareholders, and to drive long-term shareholder value.
Okay, so tell me, when you listen to the politicians talk, both Democrat and Republican, does it give you shivers?
I think that the pharmaceuticals in the end are going to be the reason why they're the most cost-effective way to treat health and to improve health. So do I accept there's going to be some whitewater rafting in terms of rapids? Yes. But the reality is, in the long term, pharmaceuticals are the most cost-effective area for treating health, and I think we'll do okay. I absolutely know there'll be some noise along the way.
Right. Well, look, I think that you tell a very compelling story, and there's a lot of drug stocks that trade off their yield of 3%. That's not a lot of protection in this market, even with the rates as low as they are. I want growth. You're giving people growth. That's Joe Papa, CEO and chairman of Bausch Health. The turnaround continues. I think you're getting us at much more of a discount than you should be able to. Mad Money's back after the break.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.